Greetings, I'm Rob Chappers.
And I'm the captain, and I feel slightly embarrassed about doing my captain tuff because for this particular video we have a proper, real military serving person with us. The amazing Adrian Thorp here from, or Major Adrian Thorp we should say.
I actually just hurt my hand slapping his back because he's built like a buffalo. From
Thorpy Effects. So thanks for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
And bizarrely, of course, you know, you're obviously known to us as the maker and inventor and designer of these very cool Thorpy Effects pedals. But how does a person with a sort of a military background, as a current sort of serving officer, just sort of think to themselves, you know, I've got a real power, I'm going to go and make some pedals, I think.
Being a tight arse, I didn't want to buy too many pedals, so I quite like the intricacies of all sort of gadgets, electronics, whatever. And missiles, etc. So I just went with having a look in several years ago, and thought, well, I can do that. I think I can do that better. I can do it neater, and that's what I went for.
A deviation into sonic warfare.
Yes, and you mentioned missiles there. I think there's a sort of an interesting sort of symbiotic sort of correlation, if you like, between what is it that you specialise in the military?
Well, I think explosive specialist.
Explosive specialist
is probably the best.
Explosive specialist. That's the job I would want if I was in the military.
You know, I'm sensing a relationship here that will end in some kind of crazy video.
It was the reason Adrian is here is we started stocking Thorpy Effects, and I phoned Adrian up and I said, if we wanted to, could you organise it for Rob and I to go somewhere just to blow shit up for the day? And he said, yes, yes. Don't leave me hanging. So that you may well see that in a video coming soon. But for now, you've got two pedals here. Which one came first?
Chicken.
The Gunshot.
The Gunshot. So tell us about the Gunshot.
Okay, so unlike a standard overdrive, it's more like a preamp and a power amp in a pedal. That's what I was trying to shoot for, excuse the pun. And
oh, smooth, mate.
I thought so. So you've got the caliber control. So as you crank that, the caliber goes up, which is in relation to the bullet size. That's what I went for there. And you've got nice little bullet holes all around. However, you've got two types of overdrive circuit really. You've got a mid-focus one, and then you've got one that's more flat EQ'd. So you can dial in those two gain controls and match them to your guitar and amp. And that's really the theory. So trying to shoot for jack of all trades and master of everything.
Awesome. So let's have a listen. We have got our trusty Victory V30 here with the most expensive reverb pedal that we've ever had through it.
Yes, it's an entire helix board.
Yeah,
on the side.
We came to the video demo and went, oh no, I forgot to bring a reverb pedal. Oh no, I forgot. I know what we'll do. We'll use the full capacity of the mega amazing Line 6 Helix just to put reverb.
So poor Paul Highmarsh has had to stay behind the camera. He can't even be in this video, and he is literally
so
just.
If you're sitting to yourself thinking, do you know what, that amp sounds shit, these pedals sound shit, but the reverb sounds amazing. It's Line 6 Helix, that's what it is. But hopefully you won't be saying that.
That's something bad to blow you up.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Quite interesting. The caliber puts the gain in at the sort of lower mid-range, doesn't it? And the gain control just adds the sort of the sparkly sort of trebly gain over the top of it.
Do that lead bit again. Do that.
Well, I think that's
set.
When you think we've gone from basically that
That's really good.
You really want to nail. I think the mark of a really great distortion is when there's a frequency in there in every sort of thing, isn't there? Where the vocal element of the note starts to come out of.
I'd love to hear that with one of those little mini Dunlop wires.
I bet that. So if we just probably, I don't know how this sounds. So if I put the amp on, so I've got it on its like lowest drive setting possible on, and let's just see what this does. So we'll back the gain right back down.
So as a lead sound, without the pedal, and with.
Do you know what? With a distortion sound, I'm finding that I'm rolling the caliber off, which is the sort of the lower meteor end of it, and just but really boosting the trebly end. But as a clean sound,
I much prefer this as this is your amp and you run it into a clean amplifier.
It had that.
It sounds
magic,
really, really, really cool with the.
Favourite setting or anything? Or
I do, yeah. I mean, the mid-focus one is probably this one. From I think I like a not quite as high gain as that, but so I prefer it does crackle.
Is that explain that, because I keep meaning to, every time I demo a pedal that's got a crackly pot on it, I keep meaning to go, I must ask someone who knows why it is that certain pots crackle, because it's not we don't need to get the switch cleaner out for this.
No. It's effectively a bias pot, so it's biasing a transistor. Very geeky, I know, but it's got DC on the pot.
There's a charge in the pot.
Yeah. So if you were to keep playing, you don't hear it. Yeah. But the reality is, you don't want to be adjusting that whilst you're playing.
What's that?
Oh, that it was my birthday present from my wife.
Awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't now, but it links to my phone and I get messages of.
I thought it was. You know what I wanted it to be?
Go on.
I thought it was a device that at any point the Queen could call you, and then you have to go to combat and fight people.
Well, that'd be James Bond.
That would be.
And I don't look like Daniel Craig, sadly.
Can I have the lead?
I want to hear what that sounds like. You like AC/DC, that kind of thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's proper nice.
It sounds great.
Have a bit of Andy.
It's quiet as well, isn't it? Nice sort of, just, good component.
British, quiet.
Absolutely.
Reserved, I think.
Reserved. Yeah, reserved.
Not like the Jam.
Your pickups are much higher gain than mine, aren't they?
Yeah, Seymour Duncan. It's a throaty little devil, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to sort of say, it just doesn't sound like a normal distortion pedal. There's a certain throatiness to it that's got almost like, it is more like a gunned amp rather than necessarily a sort of a, but in a way I like, so what does it do if I sort of do my little bit of backed off neck pickup?
Yeah.
there's a frequency in here which I'm not technical enough to sort of tell you about, but it's that
Mids.
clarity thing that just happens, isn't it? So it's not taking your head off, but it's cutting through. So that's,
Can I ask Soundman Rabia what he thinks is the tone?
The frequency?
Yeah.
It probably sounds completely different over there than it does over here.
Ah, right.
But mid-range.
It's mids.
High mid-range.
It's got great high mids.
Explosive.
Can I ask how much these are?
Yeah, they're 184.99.
Bargain. English Imperial credits of the realm.
Absolutely, yeah.
Knob measurements of weight. And what does that sound like?
So
Different.
the other body, I love the name of this one, the Muffroom Cloud. So this is giving me
The
an
what,
idea. Muffroom.
Muffroom.
So I'm guessing this is sort of half inspired by a big muff and half inspired by a nuclear bomb. Are we sort of? That's a sort of.
That's what I'm shooting for. The orange is the flames of the temperature of the sun at the point of a nuclear detonation.
It's the lamentation of the women.
So
It's a
now
bit dark, isn't it?
most fuzz pedals are notoriously temperamental and need, you got to get the right setting on the amp, the right guitar, the right kind of playing vibe and everything. So I'm guessing this is probably a little bit more, you got to dial in a sound that works as opposed to this one, which you can just take a sort of any old clean sounding amplifier, whack that in front of it, and it sort of fires up. So let's take a minute to find out. So I've just got a clean sound here, so we might.
Turn it up, turn it up.
Let's just turn the.
No, turn the pedal up.
Yeah, okay,
There's a
turn the
level
pedal
one.
up.
That's really nice.
Sounds
It's
fat,
got kind
doesn't
of
it?
Smashing Pumpkins,
Yeah.
Queens of the Stone Age kind of vibes going on.
It doesn't.
It's really, I don't want to say it's Thunderclaw-esque, but it's got that riff writing quality to the sound.
Yeah, because that's the thing with fuzzes. I think that I like them for all that kind of fat, low kind of riffage, if you like. And the Thunderclaw and those sound to me more broken. If you want that kind of like that. This sounds sort of.
It sounds like Quiet from Siamese Dream is what it sounds like. You know what, despite your line of work, you've never killed anybody, but you have now slayed 1,000 ears.
Well, that's good. I'll tell you that.
I am impressed.
I'm just
can I have a chop on that when you finish?
Well, I'm just going to go. So I've now engaged a little bit of overdrive on the amp just to see what. It's a bit more tone or treble, and I don't know what we're doing here. It's got that vocal thing again, isn't it? Where you almost hear someone singing. A lot of people say that fuzz pedals aren't terribly sort of humbucker friendly, don't they? Whereas you sort of, they tend to be sort of more Strat friendly.
Well, let me try this, then I'll try that Strat, and we'll see which one we prefer the sound of.
Okay.
The problem with the muff is it tends to get lost in the mix usually.
Yeah. Well, mine get lost in the shopping centre, but
that's.
Do you want it clean or driven?
Yeah, I much prefer the clean tone.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's really.
Those basses on this.
Oh.
I know, but it's like it's the difference, isn't it? Between
Yeah.
this isn't a fuzz pedal where you've got a fundamentally big, fat, dirty sound and you're just adding a layer. This is taking this sound.
Yeah, chicken. To warthog.
Let's just put it on a little bit of drive on the amplifier. Elephant noise at some point.
Can you hold this for me, please? Thank you.
I think both when you're voicing these pedals,
Yeah.
do you tend to voice them on a clean amplifier to get them sounding how you want?
I do, however, I know not everyone likes to run it that way, so
Yeah.
it's also run through amps gained a little bit.
Yeah, because I do think they both work very, very well over just a clean sounding kind of amp.
Crank it, bro.
Should we do both again?
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
got a different guitar.
Start with the, okay, yeah.
You want to go back to this one, or I don't
Well,
know.
I'll stay on that one for a bit.
This one. Put it back on a crystal clean kind of sound, and then it's just.
Nice.
Last bit of riffage.
Yeah. It's good, but I prefer it with the humbuckers on my Chapman.
This one I agree.
Probably because this is
That
quite
one
a
with-
cheap
Yeah, it's a
Strat.
cheap
So
one. This one I agree. I think sounded better with the humbuckers. This one I thought had just nice different.
Just a
tones
different kind of
depending
tone.
on
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
wanted to
different
do.
tone. I really like them.
Work together.
Yeah, what's it like both together?
That's it,
like
run the
both
gain
together.
down a little bit on the muff, I think.
The gain on the muff down. What
Down
was
a
the
bit, yeah,
sustain?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Bit
just
Hendrixy.
Yeah, a bit Hendrixy, kind of nice. I'm not feeling that as much, but I personally loving that with the humbucker into that amp on the clean channel.
Did sound great, didn't
and
it?
the same with that. I think it's a monster riff writing machine.
There you go. We've got this new pedal. Basically, it'll be coming out either later this year or early next year. It's called the Warthog. The theory is that the Warthog A10 Tank Buster is a phenomenal flying machine, as in quoted from Ted. Yeah, it's awesome.
But it's experimental.
Well, maybe a little bit.
So what happens if you press that button there? Chicken.
It's all British.